Hello, dear friends. A perfect cause like God cannot produce an imperfect effect such as the material world, according to the Cathars. Opinion piece. End of division. Collective hypnosis. Inner transformation. Conflict and polarisation. Bifurcation of experiences. Divergence between people. Duality between us and them. Let's start. The division is ending according to Avalon, who describes separation of timelines in which humanity is going through a bifurcation of experiences based on the individual consciousness. This division is not physical but perceptual, since reality is influenced by a kind of collective hypnosis that leads to seeing the world in terms of duality as us and them. The division is not between two physical planets, but between two vibrational realities that are becoming increasingly different. The illusion of separation dissolves when enough people stop sustaining it with their beliefs. That's why separation is entering its final phase. The perception of conflict is an illusion because, in essence, there is only one unified reality. The division lies in each person choosing between continuing to perceive this duality or adopting a vision based on unity. There are two paths, one associated with the old earth, where the perception of conflict, struggle and polarization predominates, and another one path linked to a new earth characterized by an awareness of unity, the absence of opposition, and a different interpretation of reality. The transition manifests as a divergence between people, relationships, ideas, and structures that previously seemed shared. Some connections weaken naturally because they don't resonate with the frequency of the new earth, while other connections strengthen among those who share this alignment. As old mental, spiritual, and social structures crumble, new forms of possession, community, and creativity emerge. This is not destruction, but rather a graduation, the transition from one realm of reality to another one. The key element of this transition is a shift in perception, ceasing to see the world as a clash of opposites and recognizing an underlying unity. For those already walking the path of a new earth, the solar flare will not be experienced as a burn, but as a warm and liberating embrace. After that, the timelines completely separate, like two diverging paths. The old path of conflict will continue for those who need its lessons on a different vibrational plane, while the new path of unity remains bright and unobstructed. This event is a gift of grace, ensuring that every soul is offered the opportunity to awaken and step into the light of a new era. Reset News. With the arrival of the new moon in Aries today, Friday, April 17th, a reset awaits us for body, mind, and spirit. Geopolitical conflict, liquidity tensions, and institutional divergence point to increasing pressure for systemic financial change. The panic in the Red Sea is nothing compared to the panic on Wall Street. The old financial system is crumbling brick by brick. The gold standard is no longer a theory. It is the only way out. Watch the markets and the resignations. The storm isn't coming. You are in the middle of it. Watch the resignations this week. Observe the sudden illnesses. Observe the private jets at 3 a.m. Flight logs don't lie. The ledger doesn't lie. The old system is crumbling. The old God built a system on secrecy. It's being exposed. The sequence is active. They fell into the trap. Central banks aren't buying gold out of fear, but because they have already seen the alternative. It's not random, it's synchronized. Oil is blocked, the dollar is bleeding, and gold is soaring. The old system collapses and the names are revealed. They built this machine over 75 years and it's been dismantled in 75 days. Every move they make is recorded. Every name they protect is exposed. Every dollar they hide is tracked. The replacement is ready, backed up by gold, quantum protected and on the standby. You are witnessing the controlled demolition of the old world. They can't stop the launch. The uncensored files are protected. The trap is closed. The panic is deafening. Full thought's summary. The Artemis second mission was riddled with failures and questionable questions. All the IA green screens were generated by a Galactic Federation computer. The guy they put in charge of finances in Canada was caught red-handed. The current situation is bewildering and strange, but not less real for it. Humanity is immersed in a war against evil, or more precisely, against anti-life. In ancient times, a group of human beings was captured by an entity that promised them great wealth and power if they agreed to betray their fellow humans. Bloodlines that betray their fellow humans have worked for dark entities in order to destroy life on Earth. The West must accept the Dragon's family's offer of unlimited debt-free financing to replace the debt slavery imposed by central banks. They offer to cancel all debts, public and private, and provide enormous amounts of funds without conditions so that the West can rebuild its industrial and social infrastructure. Incredible. The Pentagon is blocking Congress over 46 classified UFO recordings. The Pentagon is accused of a cover-up after missing the deadline to hand over 46 UFO videos. Speculation runs rampant following the disappearance of the 10th UFO expert. Dr. Michael Salla believes the conflict with Iran transcends politics as it involves control of stargates hidden beneath the region. The Middle East is the cradle of civilization not only for humans but also for the Anunnaki, an extraterrestrial race described in ancient Sumerian texts. The 10th stargate is believed to be located near the city of Abaddon. He describes these portals as transportation hubs left behind by advanced civilizations. Salla argues that the strategic approach stems from a desire to control these portals to unblock instantaneous travel and access to highly advanced technologies. During the excavation of underground facilities, Iranian engineers stumbled upon ancient tunnel systems dating back to before modern history. Within these tunnels were ancient artifacts that defy current physical understanding. Sealed stasis chambers containing giants or sorceries from a magician from a bygone era, and records containing the secrets of the Anunnaki's conflict with other extraterrestrial fractions such as the draconian reptilian forces. Middle East. Israel and Lebanon agree to begin a 10-day ceasefire on Thursday. Iran boasts of quickly rebuilding bridges and railway lines after destruction. The Pentagon is turning to automakers to rebuild its arsenal. Germany plans to send minesweepers to the Strait of Hormuz. Economy. The U.S. Treasury launches Operation Economic Fury Operation. Gasoline prices soared to the highest level in 2.5 years. The conflict in the Middle East is affecting global energy security. The IMF warns that the war poses risks to financial stability. Ceasefire pressure turns into panic buying, with rising prices and increased volatility in stocks. Netflix plunges after missing its revenue forecast. The IMF warns that Australia is headed for one of the highest inflation rates in the developed world. Europe. Europe has about 6 weeks worth of jet fuel left. Poland opposes Ukraine's accelerated accession to the EU. A Ukrainian consular attaché working at the Ukrainian embassy in Poland was arrested at the border. He was attempting to smuggle $140,000, 68,000 euros, 12 kilos of gold, and nearly 14 kilos of jewelry. Ukraine is offering combat-tested war robots to the highest bidder. British voters call for lower taxes and energy bills. Hungary's new prime minister will keep borders closed to immigrants. Viktor Orban installs his traitor gods, and the EU falls into the trap. 5G chess at its finest, according to Laura Aboli. An attack on the Transalpine pipeline in Italy disrupted crude oil supplies to Germany for 3 days. Americas. The conflict in the Middle East is impacting food prices in Mexico. The IMF resumes relations with Venezuela after a 7-year break. Repsol signs a pact with Venezuela to triple its crude oil production. Ukrainian border guards recruit Colombian mercenaries on the Polish border. The US could take control of Cuba in a friendly manner, in quotes. Cuba attempted to deliver a secret letter to Trump through a businessman. Keiko Fujimori leads the elections in Peru. Chile halts the regularization of 180,000 immigrants. Argentina reached an agreement with the IMF to unlock a disbursement of $1 billion. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.